It's hard to believe that summer is upon us, and that means that it's a great season to lean out in our life groups. And so this year, our theme for the summer in life groups is pray and play. And we're encouraging groups to lean into the opportunities of this season by doing two things: prayer walks and parties. Now, summer is a great time to be outward focused as a group. As the weather is warming up and schedules are changing, we can kind of mix things up in our groups. And so when we think about how we can be outward focused as a life group, we think of the bless process. So 2 ways that we can do that really easily are by prayer and playing together. And so prayer walks, they're great because they engage our senses to help us to hear from God for the missional opportunities that are all around us. We're also preparing spiritual soil around us for the seeds that are going to be planted there, and prayer is a part of that planting as well. With play, the idea is really simple. Just think of whatever you like to do to have fun as a group. Do that and invite others along. So it can be anything: a potluck, bowling, a cookout, a game night. Whatever it is that you like to do, that's what you should do. Now, we're going to be launching and celebrating this theme for our life groups this summer on May 22nd. And so our worship services, they're a time where our groups come together on the weekends to celebrate what God is doing in our midst. And we also hear from God in these services so that we can say yes to whatever He is prompting us to do. And because this is how these services function, they're a gathering of groups, we always want to be finding creative and fun ways to feature our groups. We want to give you as groups a platform to do what you do best, and that's because you're the basic expression of the church. So on May 22nd, all of our regions are going to feature a party that's hosted by our life groups. It'll be after the worship services, so it'll be a fun way to give a connection point for people that are interested in joining a group. And as Pastor Steve says, we're not trying to create an audience that listens to a talk for an hour once a week. We're mobilizing an army that will influence others for Jesus every hour of every day. Now, I want to just give you sort of the why of pray and play and the summer themes that we do. This has really come from the fact that as Crossroads has leaned more into life groups becoming a front door to reach new people, we've discovered that the summer is this prime missional season because it's very easy to socialize with others. And so in the past, many groups would be taught or to take a break for the summer, but now we're finding out it's a perfect time to be active in the area of out and find ways of growing in relationships with others. So our summer themes just help us to focus our missional efforts on a couple of things. And so when we think about how we can live on mission, we think of the bless rhythms. And so looking out, that begins with prayer. We always want to be attentive to what God is doing so that we can partner with Him where He's already at work in the people and places around us. And then the E of bless is eat. Jesus' primary place for mission was at a dinner table, and He would eat with others and have spiritual conversation with them. And so that's still true today. Most people are going to be more receptive to an invitation to something like a meal or doing a fun activity with others before they engage in spiritual conversation. So when we meet as a group over the summer, it might look a lot less like going through a group guide together and more like hanging out and doing something fun. It only takes a little bit of intentionality to make connections that God might use. So we don't want to just encourage you to do this. We want to resource you and give you the tools to do it as well. So you can check out our website, xr.church/prayandplay, and we've got all of the information there for you. There's a resource page, or there's a resource portion that you can check out with prayer walking guides, some videos that are going to be helpful for you to live on mission. So I'm praying for you as you are going out and blessing others where you live, work, learn, and play.